He had to appeal the case to the appellate division in New York and get 5 judges to hear it to begin to get what could conceivably be a fair verdict from the court. Today's Lunch Lord is sponsored by the Patriot Gold Group. In previous videos, we learned about the great cash out. The 4 big S&P benchmark stocks, Tesla, Google, Apple, and Microsoft, have lost $1 trillion in market value. Trump was hit with a $450 million verdict by the lower court in New York, not for defrauding anybody, not for stealing any money, not for misrepresenting anything. All he did was that he overestimated the value of his assets whose value fluctuates daily based on the activity in the New York real estate market. But the judge said that he inflated it, and he said that that was fraud, and he penalized Donald Trump $450 million for this alleged fraud. Now, just to be clear, the bank found nothing wrong. The money was fully paid back with interest. The bank is still doing business with Donald Trump, and nobody was offended except the New York State Attorney General, Letitia James, who in her campaign to get elected said she was going to get Trump, and now she fulfilled a campaign promise. But on appeal, the appellate division had a 5-judge panel review the appeal, which is very unusual. And they decided that the fine was really excessive, that the most he could possibly be liable for was $175 million, a mere pittance, and that the $450 million verdict should be vacated. Now, Trump is appealing even the smaller amount and probably will have a good chance of winning it because nobody was hurt in this exchange. But at the very least, it comes down to a level where he can simply write a check and pay for it. So he's out of the woods financially in that way. Let's also remember that he had to write a $90 million check for the verdict that Jean Carroll got against him, not for raping her, but for inappropriately touching her 30 years ago in a fitting room at Bloomingdale's that nobody else saw, and she didn't think to report for 20 years. I hope that's going to be thrown out on appeal too. But while we're waiting for that, Trump will have had to tie up almost $300 million in cash to post bond for these phony verdicts. This is lawfare designed to drive Trump out of the race or handicap him in the ability to run. Today's Lunch Lord is sponsored by the Patriot Gold Group. In previous videos, we learned about the great cash out. The 4 big S&P benchmark stocks, Tesla, Google, Apple, and Microsoft, have lost $1 trillion in market value. The markets aren't as complicated as the experts make them out to be. Hedge funds are selling tech stocks, which are among the highest priced in 5 years. Meanwhile, the hedge funds are bullish on gold, and their bets on gold are the highest on record. So hedge funds are selling tech and buying gold. This is sponsored by the Patriot Gold Group. Isn't it time you got on board?
Now, the Patriot Gold Group offers no fee for life IRAs to viewers of these videos, and that extended that offer and lowered the minimum required to get in. So call the Patriot Gold Group and ask about the no fee for life IRA. Stay well.